few weeks ago, I uploaded a video showing how a program running on this ESP32 S3 Mini could use a Bluetooth spam attack to crash my iPhone. That was actually my first YouTube video on this channel, and it definitely got a lot more attention than I ever expected. But recently, Apple pushed out a couple of updates to iOS that have supposedly fixed the Bluetooth spam attack vulnerability, and I just wanted to do a follow-up video to sort of talk about if that's really been fixed. Turns out most people doing this attack are using a Flipper Zero, which, if you haven't heard of it before, is like a hacker's Swiss Army knife. It can do sub-gigahertz, RFID, Wi-Fi attacks, and a lot more, including these BLE spam attacks. I basically found a project on GitHub that runs on the ESP32 S3, this little board, and it does effectively the same thing and costs like $5 from AliExpress if you're willing to wait for the shipping time. Since the update from iOS 17 to 17.2, it does seem like crashing is no longer an issue, at least in my testing, but the frequency of the pairing messages can actually still be enough to interfere with the normal use of an iPhone. Admittedly, I overlooked the potential real-world implications of someone using this kind of spam attack in a crowded area and the kind of impact that could have on unsuspecting people nearby. My goal with that video, and it will always be with any future videos, to draw attention to the vulnerabilities, just to show how easy it is for anyone with little knowledge like me and a small budget like me to cause serious havoc and disruption if they wanted to. And that's basically so that hopefully the companies, in this case Apple, can address the vulnerabilities. In my opinion, I think Apple could probably go further to implement a kind of rate limiter or some kind of spam detection trigger that stops accepting these suspicious volumes of pairing requests. I think that's possibly what they've tried doing with this recent update, because there definitely seems to be a lower frequency of messages getting through. There's still a lot of testing to do on my end, and in order to make that a bit easier, I've got a modified version of the BLE spam attack running on a prototype S3 Nugget board, which I have here. So this is just the microcontroller board on its own, and this is the S3 Nugget board. So Kody from Retia very kindly sent me a kind of Nugget care package, and it arrived just before Christmas, and I got a chance to put this together. So if you've not seen one of these before, I have another video talking a little bit more about the USB Nugget. This is the Bluetooth Nugget, as I'm naming it. I don't know whether that's a good name for it or not, but it uses the S3 Mini and it has Bluetooth capabilities. So yeah, anyway, so it's an S3 Mini on the back. We've got a lovely screen, 4 little directional buttons, and a NeoPixel as well. And as I said, I've got a modified version of Apple Juice running on this. So it doesn't really do a spam attack. This is more just to test specific devices that we want to try and pair with. So as you can see, we can scroll through, and you can see on the bottom there, let me just zoom in on this a bit. Yep, so you can see we can scroll through and choose different devices, and then if we press the up button, it'll turn on the Bluetooth and basically start sending that device Bluetooth packet to any nearby devices. There's a little bit of a bug in this. You have to keep pressing down to turn it off again, but that's how you go through. You can scroll through and choose the device you want to try and pair with. So let's test this out with my phone, which I'll try to unlock. Let's see. Okay, right, Apple TV. And there we go. So as I said, the ones that are a little bit smaller packet size tend to work a bit better. The only problem with this is, compared to the spam attack, you just tend to get the message once or twice. The frequency is a lot lower on these. We'll try another one. Just transfer a number. Here we go. Let's try one more. There we go. We'll go to, try to get one of these ones to go. Power beats. See. There we go. Cool. So as I said, this is still sort of a work in progress. I do have another version of this that uses the old style spam attack, which you see in my previous video, and basically you just can turn it on there. I'll have a link to both of the GitHub repos where you can check these projects out. If you have a Nugget dev board or one that you can hot swap, you could try it out with an S3 Mini if you have it. If you don't have a Nugget board or a way that you can sort of put the screen together, you can just do the attack on one of these dev boards on their own, and I'll link to the original project. I actually recently found another one that has a web server version as well for the apple juice, so you're able to do like the specific kind of attacks, or you can do sour apple, which is the one I showed in the previous video, where you can just spam a whole bunch of messages over and over and over again. So for now, thank you so much for checking out this video. Hopefully you can give this a go yourself, and I'll talk to you again soon.